crushed it.
Bridget. Oh. We both had our own ideas of what we should talk about.
You go first.
Well,
or should I go first?
I don't know. Who's gonna?
Okay. I'll go first. My thought is, in 2024, maybe we change the intro of who we are, where we stop saying that we're not movie critics and we just say we are.
Damn.
Boom.
This is just another example of the Matrix, because I feel like I've been getting a lot of like content ads that's like, amateur people think they're movie critics and professionals have something to say about that. And I'm like, don't talk about me in front of me. But speaking of movie critics, Bridge.
Wow.
That's a great transition to what I wanted to talk about, which is,
really?
Should we do a mini movie review of Saltburn? Because we watched it separately, but together in spirit and trauma forever.
Oh, yes, we should. You want to do Saltburn?
Yeah.
Okay, we're definitely going to do it. It doesn't need to be a mini. It could be a whole episode.
Oh, you want to do a whole episode? I have to watch that again? I don't know.
I mean, what's...
All I
or you want to do it right now? Is this... Okay.
This is what I gotta say. If you slurp up used bathwater, you like that person. All right? And we can just say it. We don't need to pretend we don't like them. Because nobody saw that but the audience. All right?
I read a lot about that movie, and we could go into critiquing.
Okay.
But the thing that, listeners, you don't know is my mom came to visit, and I did not know Saltburn was Saltburn, and I did the thing the internet says you shouldn't do, which is don't watch it with your parent. And I was like, hey, Mom, you want to watch Saltburn? And also she proceeded to keep calling it Sunburn.
Yes, I had to correct her as well, yeah.
And I learned very quickly that if your super church-going mother wants to watch a movie with you, you just don't pick Saltburn, because it is there's a lot of scandalous scenes. Is that the way to say it?
It's a lot of body fluids. I didn't think would be body fluid parts.
Some people were into it. Some people were like, this is hot and you're all just, prudes. And I'm like, but I watched it with my mom, so I don't know. That's why I'm like, should I watch it again? Because I was out loud. I was like a 12-year-old. I was out loud with Mom on the couch like, eh.
No, I did that as well. And I was by myself, but with Bear. And there were times where I covered Bear's eyes because I was like, look away.
But some people were turned on. Some people are like, this is hot. This is like a hot movie. So you gotta look at all aspects. And then what was so funny is I think Mom was like trying to play it cool because she was just like, she became like mad at the end. She's like, they don't know how to end it. They just like don't know how to end it. And it's just boring, guys. Like she was like, it's just
boring.
No big deal.
Boring's not the word I would use.
His ding-a-ling is out while he dances in his mansion.
Should we talk about
how did Rosamund Pike get beat? Because she's a queen who never gets beat.
I love her. Also, should we talk about how the ding-a-ling was normal size, but everyone else was like, whoa, look at your dong when he was in the field. And I was like, do you guys need glasses?
Okay. I think this is also something out on the internet. Some people think it's a big ding-a-ling, other people don't.
Really?
And honestly, I truly don't think I could give it a real review because I watched it with my mother and I was just so confused at why I picked that movie.
I think the only thing that could explain all the fucking crazy shit that is weird is that it was told by an unreliable narrator. All right, we got unusual suspects or usual suspects situation here. So maybe in his made up story, my schlong was huge and everyone said, whoa. And then in real life, they were like, anyway, moving on.
It's a good point.
Just saying.
It's a good point. I think I looked up movies that were like getting kind of buzz, and this is your warning. You're with your parents. Just say another movie. Period.
Correct.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, 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 sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Neo. It's Morpheus.
It's Morpheus.
It's
I'll
morphin'
keep repeating.
time.
What you're saying?
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh God, hi.
It's get,
Hey.
hard to get out of that voice, gotta say.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I'm having like flashbacks to middle school, making prank phone calls to people, and I would be like, Neo, it's Morpheus. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, oh, and hang up. Because it was middle school. What else can I say?
It was middle school.
Classic prank phone calls. Okay, I'm gonna introduce ourselves so we can get into this movie, because there's a lot. All right. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Morpheus. I'm Bridget.
And... oh, shit.
Do not try and bend the spoon.
That fucking kid.
That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon.
Why wasn't...
And then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself.
Why wasn't that kid the one?
He seemed pretty impressive.
I saw about 3 7-year-olds that were in prime running to be the one, and I'm not sure. But, Bridge, what's the movie this week?
1999.
Party like it's 1999.
Groundbreaking.
Set
off 3 sequels.
Yes.
This is the original Matrix. It is
a
a listener pick.
Woo!
And I will shout out this quote again. This is from Cody.
Oh.
Cody says, did I miss it? Have you guys not reviewed the best movie of the 90s? The Matrix is as entertaining as a movie out there, as thought-provoking as a good TED Talk. I think the premise is profound and increasingly relevant in our AI world. So help me figure out once and for all, are we living in the Matrix? Should I take the red or blue pill? Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, wait. Let's just take a pause.
Oh, yeah.
Were you as jazzed to watch this movie as me, or you don't seem as into it? Because I was like into it.
I just think you and I would take different pills, and I know we'll talk about it. I know we'll talk about it.
No.
I feel like even when I was editing the last episode, and you asked me which pill would you take? It's just
okay. All right.
It was
well,
prophetic.
That's
so,
why we do this.
well, you know what?
What?
It's my synopsis.
Okay.
And I don't have a one sentence. Ruh-roh. Do you want me to find it?
Well, here I am.
Okay.
Come help you.
Thank God.
Okay. I just need to pull it up. So, a computer hacker joins forces with rebel warriors to build a malevolent cyber intelligence.
Yeah.
I practiced that.
It's a lot of SAT words in there, I feel like.
Yeah.
Malevolent? What?
Well, I was like, James, what is this word? And he helped me pronounce it. And I was like, so if I'm going to translate this today, a software engineer teams up with a startup to fight government AI.
Oh, wow. That's probably happening right now in Silicon Valley. So, yep. Cool. Cool. Yes. Okay. So, we got... I'm going to go through the main character. His name is Neo. Neo is the one. The one is Neo. There is no spoon, only Ben something. Neo is Keanu Reeves. I love him in this role.
I love him. And
He's
do you
great.
know that it could have been Johnny Depp?
Ew! I would have hated it.
Exactly.
He's a short little bitch. No.
Wow.
I have bad things to say about him forever and always.
Well.
No, Keanu Reeves is awesome. This is very pre-John Wick, but we have John Wick predictions happening because we get a lot of kung fu, karate fighting, and a lot of guns. So He is, when we meet him, yes, he is a computer hacker. He's living in what we assume is 1999 life. He's got a day job, but his computer starts talking to him, and his computer's like, hey, your name is Neo, and, your life is a lie, and I'll help you. And you're like, what? So he ends up getting arrested. And he kind of gets like a weird phone call from Morpheus. Neo, answer your phone. That's why I did my prank phone calls, because I was like, what if there's an agent? It's me. I'm not Katie. Yeah. And he gets arrested. And the people that arrest him, we think they're like police or FBI, but they're really an evil computer program virus, something, that are like intercepting him to try and track down Morpheus, who contacted him, and Morpheus's crew. Okay. And so then Morpheus's crew very quickly is like, Neo, get your shit together and like get this bug out of your belly button. Let's get a fucking move on. Here's Morpheus. And Morpheus is the king of exposition, Bridge. We know what we know because of Morpheus.
He's a talker, not a shower.
Does a lot of splaining, if you will.
He does. Okay.
And he basically is like, Neo, your life is a fucking lie. We live in a computer simulation and everything is fake, and your body, you have a body, but it's like being drained of life via computers. And if you don't want that, you take this red pill. Or if you're like, that's cool, my fake life is fine, take this blue pill. So like, I mean, if you present it like that way, Neo's gonna take the red pill. I have opinions. He takes the fucking red pill, and lo and behold, he's a naked fetus in a scary, cyberpunk place of a bunch of fetus body people in sacks.
Pods. Lots of pods.
The pods.
A pod farm.
It's a pod farm.
A people farm.
Yep. And then he meets Morpheus, the real life Morpheus, not the computer Morpheus. He meets, and Morpheus is played by Lawrence Fishburne. Ooh. We love to see him. We love his tooth gap. It's a look.
Love it.
I support it. We meet Trinity, who is a lady, and she is played by
Carrie-Anne Moss.
And she's pretty cool. She's like his right-hand man, I would say.
Did you think of Alana Glazer from Broad City when she showed up?
The ending scene where it's just her and him going to rescue Morpheus. I was like, this is Alana. This would be Alana. Alana would be like, I'm here too, guys. Look at my outfit. Oh my God.
If you know, listeners.
It's so amazing. And then there's some other peeps, whatever. So they're all like, we're trying to like defeat the Matrix. We needed to find the one. You're the one. Morpheus says you're the one. It's a Jesus metaphor. All right. Everybody get over it. It's about Jesus. Go team. But in order to be the one, Bridge, they must defeat the evil, like, computer virus dude who is Agent Smith, who is played by Hugo Weaving, who was in Lord of the Rings. We love to see him. He is a sci-fi dude. What can you say?
Okay.
And I feel like, honestly, a lot of the movie is, it's a lot of exposition. It's a lot of world building, like more than an hour, I would argue, of world building. But there's plot, I think. At one point, Morpheus is like, Neo, come to this Oracle lady. She is part of the Matrix, but we like her for some reason. Also, she's all-seeing. And you're like, Morpheus, do you want to explain more on that? And he doesn't. And you're like, okay! It's fine. We'll just do Kung Fu later.
Oh, boy.
And she tells Neo, she says, Neo, bitch, you ain't the one. And he's like, no, damn. Also, the entire time I was watching that scene, I thought of, I'm sorry, not sorry. I thought of Scary Movie 3 again. Because Queen Latifah plays that character. Spoofing that scene. And it's just amazing and I can't. But at one point, people start dying. There's a fucking rat. It's Ralph Cifaretto who's surprised.
Sopranos.
Nobody's surprised. He's a bitch. He ruins everything. He works with the system. Kills off the people. It's bad. Morpheus gets captured. And then Neo and Trinity are like, well, we're going to go fucking rescue him because we're Neo and Trinity. And here we go. And then in the end, Morpheus gets rescued. Everyone thinks they're alive. We think Neo dies. But Bridge, if Catholic school taught you anything, it's that Jesus comes back, bitch! Neo gets on up through the power of love, and then he's the one. And then he just kicks ass. And honestly, then it ends. It just kind of ends there. And you're like, whoa. And that's the movie.
Wow, now I know how you feel about this movie.
I just want to say, I do like the movie, but I don't know if I don't know. I think there's
I think it
holes.
was groundbreaking.
Okay, Bridge. All right. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Did you do any fun fact pieces of this?
I did not.
I'm going to throw something out to you.
I'm
I
ready.
don't think you're ready for it. No, I don't think you are.
Okay.
I'm going to actually put it in the chat.
Oh, is it a secret?
You're going to share it out loud, but I'm not going to be prepared for this.
I have to share it? Is it that...
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Sorry.
God.
It came off. Look at the second one.
Oh, no. That I kind of...
Oh, did you know that?
Well, because the one writer-director transitioned, yeah.
Oh, well, I never, thought of that.
Oh, really? I think it's only because I knew that was, what had happened with the Wachowski, I want to say it was Lana, transitioned, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So you want to, say that more clearly to people, though?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's lots of articles on The Matrix has always been a transgender story because of the directors who were men, now women, transitioned, but in 1999...
Wait, both? I thought it was only one.
Oh, I think it was both. No, they both did. Lana was formerly Larry, and Lily was formerly Andy.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But in 1999, no one would be prepared for a transgender story the way that you would in 2023. And that never crossed my mind until researching this because, there's so much stuff about AI that I just kind of was more like, AI, that's the hot topic. And I never thought of that piece. And they talked about how they were looking into another world. What could another world be?
Right.
If
I wasn't forced into the one that I'm in now.
Yes, yes. Couldn't I just have a more open world that is accepting and being the rebels for that, the system, fighting the system. It's that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But Keanu Reeves and all them that were in the film were we never knew about that underlying kind of mission, vision, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was interesting to bring up. The other thing I will say is I did Google, can you make a battery from humans? Because I was a little afraid that...
Oh my God.
That all scary rich people might actually look this up, and say, can people power machines? I'm afraid.
Can I power my own car?
So,
listeners, Elon.
For those that didn't actually watch the movie as intricately, when the machines take over, it's because they figured out that people can give off more energy than a battery and can power them. And so that's why they farm people to, make the machines exist. But then I went down the rabbit hole on a physicist debunking it that there's absolutely no way that humans could make batteries because essentially to keep us alive is what is giving off our energy.
So it's you gotta
our heart and our mind,
put energy in to get energy, and it would cancel each other out.
Yeah, it's laws of thermodynamics or whatever. It's it would take too much energy to get us awake and rocking for them to use the energy of our shit. So you got to power us to power them. Doesn't make sense.
You could say Bridge. It's like a plot hole. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that the whole time. I swear.
But hold on. But you gotta say, it's kind of a cool concept that in 1999, no one's talking about. And listen, we're 24 years into the future. I'm afraid of this happening. I'm afraid of
Did you hear
AI,
the year that they said?
2199.
We won't be here then, but still, that's not too far away.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
So I think what was so profound is their ability to predict, a little bit of where we're going in the world. And yeah. So let's get into it.
All right. Well,
if you're up for it, if you're not, I could just go on and on and on. You could just be like, it sucks. And then we just blah, blah, blah.
I didn't say it sucks. Stop putting words in my mouth. You love doing that. You really, really do. I can't give a critique without also liking it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But but your critique is the plot holes and the too much talking, right?
Yes.
And I agree with the too much talking.
But I think that is probably because they knew, like, this wasn't going to be a standalone movie. They made this with the thought of, like, this is a trilogy.
Really?
Yeah, because there is a whole, like, the story arcs go boom, boom, like, they expand over the whole 3 movies.
Oh, but I thought it would be like, hey, if this worked, then we do it. I didn't know that they did this with that in mind.
I feel like they did do it with it in mind and that would make sense why we give a little more, again, world building of like, this is where it is. We're going to reference Zion a lot. Not going to show you Zion because that's in the next movie, but we're going to reference it. And like, I do feel like that was the underlying intent in my opinion.
All right. Okay. I didn't Google that.
I get it, but it just was like a lot of talking at some parts. But it's fine because Bridge, we start off with Trinity, and I'll be honest,
Ooh.
I don't know if I know what she's doing. What is she doing? What is she doing in the beginning? Is she just going for a walkie walk in the Matrix? Because I'm not sure.
Was it about Neo? Was she trying to like, find?
Like she was looking for him?
I got so distracted with Alana Glazer trying to go after Bitcoin when I saw the whole movie. Also, I read that Warner Brothers were like, hey, this film is taking too long and you guys got to get it going.
Damn.
And they sent that first shot of like just, Trinity doing cool fighting shit. And then they were like, oh, this actually is going to be cool. Like, all right, keep. They're
like, well, shut up. Sorry.
Yeah. But I think so. A part of me thought, okay, they want to just like show an action scene. It gives a quick kind of snippet of these are the bad guys.
Oh yeah,
these are the good guys. There's some like cool futuristic kind of vibes, but it's like it kind of felt like Gotham City, like kind of dark and dingy.
Very dark, very rainy. Nobody's in suits.
Nobody. But I didn't really, to your point, I didn't really know why she was there. Except in my mind, maybe like some Neo hunting.
It probably was Neo because then right away after she you see her, she runs to a phone and we don't know what the phone means. And we just see her racing against a truck about to slam into the phone. And then you're like, oh shit, that truck just demolished the phone booth. Is she dead? But she wasn't dead. And then you get a little exposition from Mr. Smith who says, well, we got an informant. And they found the one. So now let's go get him. And you're like, I don't know what that means. But then the movie's like, we'll tell you. Here he is. It's Keanu Reeves. He's sleeping at his desk. Bridge, this guy. How many computers? How many? 10? 10 computer monitors.
Wait. Pause. I want to go back to the phone booth. This movie's awesome. I was like, wow, even back then they knew the phones were like the gateway, like the phones enter another world.
Oh.
And right now...
Except only landlines did, not cell phones.
yes. And
which is so different from nowadays.
Well, and the cell phones were very boxy and funny. But think about that, the metaphor of now phones help us enter other worlds and they're the gateway. And that, to predict these things so long ago, I mean, I just felt like, whoa, it could have done anything else. They could have done an old technology, like a light switch or something. Anyway,
need that landline.
I also read with Keanu Reeves that Roger Ebert, as I do,
boy,
say he's like, Keanu Reeves was great. He played Harrison Ford. just as little acting as possible.
Damn,
I thought he was great to play the I'm not the one. You think I'm the one? I don't know.
Well, and he's also very.
You are the one. We love you, Keanu. You are the one.
It's also very Harry Potter. I have lots of questions.
What?
And everyone's like, we love you. And he's like, I don't know anything. And they're like, you're amazing. And I was like, oh God. But, similar, you could argue with Harry, is it's a lot of Jesus Christ comparisons. In fact, there is a very early on where, I didn't write the exact fucking quote down, but when he gets the knock on the door from the guy that he's selling some secret computer floppy disk too, or something weird. The guy literally says something along the lines of like, "You're like my personal Jesus Christ, man." And there's a lot more references like that. He is the one that will save us all, Bridge. He will save.
Oh.
He died for our sins, Bridge. Our computer sins, if you will.
Can I tell you that never crossed my mind?
That's a thing. If you Google this movie and Jesus, and there's a lot.
Now that you're saying it, I'm like, huh. And then I thought, the directors with the kind of like transgender allegory. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if they meant it like that.
Seems like those don't. They seem like that doesn't go together.
I don't know if they meant it like that, but it happens.
Mean,
it's in there.
Now that you're saying it, if I rewatched it, I think I'd like pay attention to that. But wow, that never even crossed my mind. I felt like though, I don't know about you, but I just feel like every hacker trope is like some dude with like a worn out sweater and just like sitting alone with a bunch of computer screens. And you're like, there's gotta be other hacker personalities. No?
Maybe.
Any hackers want to help us?
Well, I also don't
Anyone know a hacker?
I don't think many hackers are as attractive as Keanu Reeves. He did not have one pimple on his face, and that man doesn't see a lot of sunlight. Even, dare I say, computer-generated sunlight. So, I don't know how that makes sense, but yeah, he's a good-looking dude. And his computer was talking to him, aka Morpheus doing a prank phone call via computer. That's like, wake up, it's me, get it together, follow a rabbit.
Morpheus is pretty thirsty, you know?
That's a great way to describe it.
He was like, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one.
He's the one, screaming from the mountaintops.
So first of all, you get past that big action scene, then you get to like, it went back and forth of like, is it reality? Is it a dream state? Is it reality dream state? Because even the talking computer screen, he's like, and he like wakes up. And you're like, oh, he's just dreaming. And the next scene when the agents come and get him, that also, he did the wake up at the end. And I was confused too. I'm like, wait, was it a dream? So they were playing with that in the beginning until it's definitive two worlds.
Yeah. And with the agents, they kind of keep up the facade of, you're in trouble because you're a hacker. And you're like, okay, I guess that could be real life. And then, but then he's like, I want my phone call. And then it's immediately not real life because they're like, well, you can't make a phone call if you don't have a mouth. And then he doesn't have a mouth. And I'm like, okay, that's not real life. Oh boy.
I loved that part.
Creepy. And the bug in the belly button is trauma. It's traumatic. I don't want it. I don't want to think about it. I don't like it.
To go back for a second.
Sorry.
When Morpheus, aka you making prank phone calls,
is
me. Like, hey, go out on the ledge and on this like
he's like,
30
just get out there and get
building.
On the scaffold, girl. Good luck. Also, if you die in the Matrix, you die in real life. Good luck.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, did they put that there to show how he was afraid in the system, but then out of the system, when he's like clear, he's not afraid?
Maybe.
Or am I overthinking that?
I think he was afraid both times. Because they said the machine does not tell you how to feel, but it puts out all the circumstances to encourage a feeling, which is why it's like in real life, in the Matrix, you wouldn't try to jump off the ledge of a building because you would be fearful you're going to fall and die. But when you're out or you realize that you're not, like it's fake and you abandon that fear, then you're able to access like flying. Essentially, it's like a mind over matter type thing. So it wasn't a computer.
It is no spoon.
There's no spoon. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's no spoon, but there is a bug in his belly button, and I fucking hated that. And I swear that's like a core fear when I was younger from this movie.
The graphics hold up.
Yeah,
I mean the technology. The machine. Some of them machines, look silly 90s. And kind of like stupid, but the bug. I was like, that's pretty freaking good.
Bug looked good. Some of the fighting looked good. Just, there were moments where you're like, okay.
I felt like the AI machine, the sentient machines were cheesy. I thought the fighting was fantastic.
Yeah.
The bug was great. And I thought, wow, they had to like be in super shape to do all this shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of like physical
Because they must have
action.
been on wires.
Yeah, it's crazy. But thank God Trinity's like, hey bitch, I'm back. Which we get did you hear her like backstory? It's like a 1-sentence backstory, which I'm like, Morpheus, can you stop talking for 2 sentences so I get 2 more of Trinity's backstory? But fine.
Say it. What was it?
She was
Now
basically like a infamous hacker who hacked the IRS.
That's right.
And he goes,
like, whoa.
I thought you were a guy. And she goes, they all do. And I was like, wait, tell me more, Trinity. And then she's like, anyway, Neo, more about you. And I was like, God damn it.
And my entire personality is that I love you.
It's so lame because she's fucking cool. She can beat people up.
Does she have like a bigger story arc in the other movies?
If you count, spoiler alert, dying for his sins, sure. Also love.
That was a quick spoiler alert.
Somebody else, and somebody goes blind, but I feel like it's him and not her.
Oh.
Although maybe she doesn't actually die, because... No, she does die. She's dead. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
So my answer is no. The answer is no to that.
All right.
Which is a shame, because she's cool.
She is so attractive. Like,
oh my God,
so
she's
hot.
so beautiful.
I feel like watching her, and like, she kind of has a dominatrix vibe. I'm like, she's hot.
There's a lot of leather happening.
There's a lot.
Here.
Well, and then I just laugh because their choice of outfits in the Matrix is like kind of like sexy dominatrix, whatever. And then their choice on like the ship is like raggedy.
It's like Oliver
party
Twist
t-shirts.
outfits.
Like, what?
Like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
well, she saves Neo, gets the shit out of his belly button. He meets some other peeps, and then she's like, "Come on down, let's meet the man, the myth, the legend, Morpheus, Morpheus."
Gap in your teeth.
And
You're so cool.
He does a dramatic turnaround reveal where he's like, "Hey, it's me.
Oh my
I'm
God,
Morpheus."
Katie just did the most epic hair.
Don't you wish he had a ponytail
twist.
to do that?
In our scary movie remake, there is a ponytail for Morpheus to whip.
He's gotta get a pony. Yep.
Each one of their sunglasses were custom made to their faces.
I didn't, but I understand it because there's a scene where he takes his little glasses with no ear loops and just puts them on the bridge of his nose and they stay there. And that was not CGI. And why isn't that the style? I ask you.
I love
Where
that.
can I
It's
buy
like,
those?
In $21.99, I am the Monopoly guy. The system is broken. The sun hasn't come out. Machines and AI have taken over.
Oh my God.
Okay, now that I'm like rethinking this with your take, he does talk a lot. But we get right to the big scene of the red and the blue pill. He's like, I mean, here's the thing.
Okay.
Give me your analysis on this. So I don't think I thought as hard as you on this. Okay, I'm here. I'm ready. Hold on. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. He does some metaphors. Metaphors are used to kind of give an impression of how things are similar. Okay. He describes the way that he's now living his life as being in Wonderland. The word wonder is in there. Magic, mystic. Life is better. Okay. That's all he kind of says. And then he essentially is like, this is all fucking fake. And you're just a goddamn slave, but you don't know it. And real life is to get out of this. And so I just feel the way he presented things was a little biased and a little rose-colored glasses. And yes, maybe ethically, let's not live in a pod unknowingly, even though you literally would never know. So like, you're never going to be upset by it. And you still get to have a life and enjoy like pleasures and nice things. And you do have free will. There is free will. So I just feel like put Neo in a position to forcefully choose the red pill, which was to leave. And then pretty quickly, Neo gets out and is like, wait, we have to eat like shit? Wait, there's like one bathroom? Wait, I don't have a mattress? Wait, there's not other people? Wait, we're running for our lives every 2 seconds? Wait, I can't go back? And listen, I'm not saying I would be Ralph Cifaretto.
I was just gonna
but
say,
I am
you
saying
Cypher?
I could understand why he was pissed. Because I would be pissed.
It's kind of a mice and men, right? It gets to that comparison later. Is it better to be ignorant or is it better to know?
I guess it would depend on what you want out of life.
Yes, because you're saying free will. You're saying
but there technically was free.
Point.
There was free will. He got to choose hobbies and jobs.
Yeah.
He was not a slave in his fake life. He wasn't.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying.
Them kind of being like, you're a slave. And I'm like, but he really wasn't. You know, it's just maybe behind the scenes, but like.
I know.
I don't know.
And
I just
honestly,
think the presentation, it would have gotten a C in class, you know?
So, okay. If he was to do the presentation differently and Neo's like, nah, I'm cool. Like, there would be no movie, Kate.
There wouldn't. There sure wouldn't. Unless Morpheus turns around and he's like, well, plan B is to go to the Oracle and adopt one of those little children and start hanging out with those kids. Because who are their parents and why? And what's going on? Because I still don't get it.
Okay, I will tell you that I would be pissed to wear those terrible outfits, eat the terrible food. I wouldn't be pissed in thinking like, this is so cool that there's like another world I never knew about. And my mind is more powerful than I know in my old world. That feels like a self-realization thing that most people won't ever get, that type of euphoria.
Like an enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did get a little like sad because I'm like, we're kind of heading the direction where we're basically in pods, but our houses. Like, my life right now is I work from home. I can get anything delivered to my fucking door, groceries, Amazons, whatever. I barely have to leave. I look at a screen all day. I make AI try to be more like humans. I mean, we're heading that direction.
You're living in the Matrix. But you get to eat pasta when you want. So, I don't know.
Again, I think you might be Cypher. Do you think Cypher's an Aquarius?
No, Bridget.
Okay. I hear what you're
They're
saying.
Humanitarians.
Get out. You're saying that was not necessarily fair of Morpheus to be essentially misleading.
And there is a part where Morpheus even says to Neo, where he goes, normally we don't wake people up, as they say, after a certain age, because they've lived so long in the Matrix that they've developed so many like expectations of life and reality that it can be really hard to come out of it and adapt. So they would try to do it for people under a certain age who've had less life experience because it's easier for them to change their perception. But he didn't fucking care about that because he was like, but I found Neo. Why did it take as long to find Neo? But I found him and I didn't fucking care, Neo. I am ripping you out and you get the trauma. So,
and we believe Neo was the one because if you're such an epic hacker, you think differently. And so like someone who thinks different could be the one to get it once I explain it. Once I over-explain the PhD in the Matrix, then we believe he has the ability to do it. Because we never understood why he was the one.
Yeah, I don't think there is like, I don't know, criteria. Like it's just like, hey, Bridget's Jesus. It just is. Bitch born in a manger. Absolutely no qualifications needed. Put him up there. Put him on the cross.
Was a virgin.
He's a virgin. Get him up there. Neo probably was not a virgin. Let's be real. Not with that good looks. Come on.
Wow.
I don't know. There's a lot, but the scene where Neo does take the red pill and he gets out of the the pod, if you will, that's like a cool scene and creepy.
It's
all the like
super
wires in him, and he's like, whoa, and
the plugs. People have plugs.
Bleh.
It gave me Alien. It gave me The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And the shots of the like
pods.
A pod farm.
cephalopods.
Here's what I didn't understand is then the AI sentient robot takes him and flushes him down a toilet. But when they know that he's leaving, how does he get out?
Because I think when the people get flushed, they like die down in the water because their muscles are atrophied. So normally they would just like drown, and then they said they would like liquefy them for more energy. But then the people were in their separate ship and they picked him up and to the heavenly light of spaceship.
All right.
Yeah.
We meet the crew. I have to ask the question we're all thinking. Who cuts their hair? Because if you've been living...
There's a quote from you that lives rent-free in my mind from our podcasting, which is from The Dark Crystal, where you goes, who the fuck is doing Jen's hair? And this is what I think of. And I don't know the answer to that, but
Neo had a shaved head.
He did.
You're telling me that Trinity's short hair for 7 years stayed that short?
She had good length.
Happen?
They were straight, no crisscrossies. Someone
Morpheus
had like I think it
shaved.
was Cypher, who's Ralph Cifaretto, had a like goatee. So yeah, there's got to be some type of like
hygiene.
Got to be equipment. I don't know. It's a great question.
Thank you.
Thank you for
finally admitting.
But this is where Neo starts to get exposition, and he learns, wow, we're on a ship, and whoa, we're like traveling through underground like sewers. And then Morpheus is like, now you're gonna actually hack in, but it's not to the Matrix, it's to our training program, because even though you literally just became a sentient human in this circumstance, I don't care, it's time to train. And you're like, Morpheus, give me a break, brother. And he gives the backstory on how this might have been the most realistic part of the movie, is the history of why it is as it is because when AI was created and it started to take over, the human population's response was to nuke the planet. And that's why we can't live above the surface, because humans thought if I nuke the planet, the AI will die. And he goes, and that just didn't work. So anyway, the people who survived are underground. That's how all the machines uprose. And that's it. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what humans would do. That's absolutely what would happen.
Did I see the same movie as you? Because I thought...
That was when it was on the TV, when he was doing the little old school TV, and he was talking about how the Earth is like a wasteland desert.
Yes, but I thought it was just like AI consumed so much resources, the planet got worse, and then the sun never came out, and then AI was like, oh no, we need power, so let's just take these human bodies that turn into liquefied batteries, and then we don't need the sun, then we just do our thing.
I thought
I didn't equate it to the bombing.
No, I thought it was the humans nuked the Earth to get rid of all the power sources, thinking that would wipe them out, but it didn't wipe them out because then they just started using the humans who were left over, who had gone, I assume, underground to survive the nukes, and that just didn't work. So honestly, either way, bad plan, why can't we just unplug the electronics? How about that?
I'm getting Demolition Man vibes.
Yeah, and like Terminator, it's like Terminator-y, like the
tunnel.
machines are uprising, we're all gonna fucking die. God.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
That's why I don't have Alexa in my house.
Okay, for the people that have Alexa, I was so freaked out the first time we got like a Alexa Dot for Christmas. And I was like, is James stupid? And then I just looked at my phone and it like recorded every inappropriate question. And then it was like tied to me and my account and all the dumb shit. And I was like, and I like threw it against the wall and never used it again. I was like, oh God, don't listen to me all the time. And then I started a podcast with you. So
yep.
Well,
but we're not Alexa. So.
Hey,
we can't answer your weird questions.
True.
Yeah, it's scary. It's like a scary concept, and it's been done, and it'll keep being done in movies because it's scary.
It was freaky that like 24 years ago. Crazy. Is Morpheus done with his explanation, or are we still going?
Yeah, so he also then has Neo doing a lot of training. And training for them is kind of like a computer, like, now you know Kung Fu. And it's like, what? So
that's cool.
That's cool, I would like to do that for skiing. I want
mean, if you
to
have
go
a hole
skiing.
in
Now I can ski.
Yo, if I woke up with a hole in my head, it'd be cool to be like, well, at least I can learn shit.
Now
fast.
I can go skiing. Yeah, like what a day. And even though Neo is learning, Morpheus is still like, you're so great, Neo. You're the best around.
My God, he's so thirsty.
What's ever gonna bring you down? And so whatever. So Neo's learning about shit. Whatever. Ralph Cifaretto is like, I'm sad in the corner, and nobody cares. And everyone's like, you're correct. We don't care.
When he says to Cypher, like, what is... he sneaks up on him and he's like, whoa, man, don't do that to me.
That was creepy. Don't do that.
He was like, what are all those codes? And he's like, eventually when you see it so much, I could see, like, that's a man, that's a this, that's a that. And I didn't, when you first meet him, you don't get the sense that he's like, I really hate this place, or I'm hiding that I love it, or that I hate it, and they don't know. He kind of just seems like apathetic, and I'm like, well, it is kind of like dingy.
Yeah.
And
sad. I think clinically he appears depressed, Bridge, He just wants a steak, and he can't get a steak until he's back in the Matrix, but he's not allowed to live in the Matrix because he was ripped out of the Matrix because Morpheus said Wonderland something,
Well, and he knows the steak isn't real, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it tastes like steak.
It tastes like a steak. It tastes his brains. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see it now.
There was an interesting point that was brought up that I was like, that does also feel like a plot hole, but I know they meant it like philosophically and profoundly, but it just feels more like a plot hole. It's where one guy was like, yeah, when you were in the Matrix, you could taste food and like you could taste it, but machines can't taste. So how did they know to program taste? And it just feels like a plot hole because I don't think they'd be able to.
Humans told them what it tasted like for them to know what the code was.
Okay. However.
Okay.
Real talk.
All right.
A machine can never taste anything. Right?
Of course.
So how am I supposed to explain what it tastes like? Because if I say it tastes like a strawberry, they don't know what that tastes like. So...
But they can go through like millions of data points of other people describing a strawberry and then equate it and then use the things that like create whatever that is. So red, juicy, I don't know, kind of sweet, right? And all of the feelings that you get from it. When I eat a strawberry, it makes me happy. Like they don't need to know the taste. They need to know how it makes you feel. And then they deconstruct that. It's cool and horrifying.
I don't know.
Then that poor guy got killed.
He
was so
slaughtered.
Little and cute.
We all knew he was gonna die. His name was Mouser or some bullshit. I don't even fucking know. I was like, this guy's dead. Don't even. That's bad. Okay, so there is a part then where Neo's like, let's go to the Oracle. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. The Oracle's in the Matrix. So like, why is it cool to hang out with her in the bad evil place? I don't understand it.
Okay.
Somebody help.
Hold on, question. I don't know if the Matrix is bad and evil because everyone is kind of ignorant to just thinking it's the real world, but the agents are evil because when somebody is trying to like fight against it, they're like, no, shut you down,
Yeah.
And I didn't look at the Matrix itself as the bad place. So I wonder, is the Oracle so smart that the Oracle's like, the Oracle's like, I wanted my blue pill, motherfucker, don't touch me.
But like, how did she become the Oracle when she was created by the Matrix? Why would the Matrix create an Oracle?
Exactly.
Because they did.
How did she... Well... that's a great question.
That's why I'm like, I'm confused by it. And I didn't remember. Oh. I don't know. I knew there was an Oracle.
Was she like a Zion person that comes and lives in the Matrix, but like no one knows that she goes back and forth, so she like is just rocking there as like a secret agent? Like a secret Zion agent?
They have like orgies in Zion, so...
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like a sex party over there. That's movie 2, I believe. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, but I just was like, what's happening? And then there's psychic children, and again, the Matrix is like, we're cool with it. We're cool with it. We're cool with the psychic kids. They can
I don't
stay,
like that part.
But
I don't
everyone
like that
else
part.
we will murder. And you're like, what?
Because it didn't seem like her children.
They weren't. When he breaks the lamp or the pot or whatever, she goes, don't worry, I'll get one of my kids to fix it. I was like, are they your slaves? Are you the Matrix? And you have them in pods? And what's happening?
Is the Oracle of the Matrix hoarding children? Wow.
It's a lot happening. I don't even know. But yeah, she says, you're not the one. Sorry, honey.
Well, she says you'll have to make a choice because Morpheus believes you're the one so bad. He's willing to die.
Yes.
And it will have to be a choice between you dying or Morpheus dying. That felt important because I thought I would just tell Morpheus right away.
Morpheus says, that's for your ears only.
He kind of was like a drunk guy at a bar. You're like, hey, we gotta go. He's like, shh.
It's like,
one more drink.
Neo. It's like, let me just call Neo real quick on the phone. Oh my god. And then the Oracle's like,
Domino's. Oh.
The Oracle's like, I know you're sad, but here's a cookie. Get the fuck out. And you're like, what did we learn from this? I don't know.
Okay. I understand. I understand the confusion now with the Oracle.
But
every good movie has, like, the wizard, the Dumbledore, the Gandalf.
The Dumbledore, stop
Oracle.
with the dwarf.
I'm sorry, the Dumbledore. I'm sorry, I learned that in our last episode.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
It's gonna close the door. Oh my god. Well, listen, we all think going to the Oracle is quick and easy, but let me tell you, it's fucking not, because Ralph Cifaretto did something, and all the agents know where they are. And this is the part, Bridge, where they're walking up some stairs, I guess, to like all reconvene in some building, and Neo sees a black cat walk by, and he's like, whatever, and then he like looks away, and when he looks back, it's the exact same thing, and he goes, whoa, deja vu, and then they're all like, ah, deja vu. Oh my god. It's like, whoa.
And the music's like, it's like, and they're like, they're coming.
Action. Deja vu means that the machines changed something in the Matrix, and the change that they made was to block out the windows with bricks. Okay, more questions coming. Here we go.
Okay, take a big sip. I felt like, though, when the agents could transform into other people, that was cool.
That's cool. I like that, because they're like a computer virus, so they can like take over things.
Love it.
And do what they want. They're like McAfee, Do you know McAfee? do you know that? That's Agent Smith, actually. They're related.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my question and/or another plot hole. When we're learning about the Matrix and the training with Morpheus.
Okay.
Morpheus again goes into the whole spiel of like, you have to abandon all expectations of what reality was and understand that this is all made up. So if you believe you can do something, you can do it. Okay. Yeah. So that's where we gotta get. Cool. And apparently Morpheus has gotten there, and we assume Trinity, and we assume the other people. Fine. We do learn if you get injured in the Matrix, or you believe you've been injured, something, then you do get injured in real life because your brain, and that's bad. Fine. Okay. So my question was, if the Matrix changes my windows to bricks, but if I still believe that I can open the bricks like a window, because I can believe anything, why couldn't I just open the brick window?
Oh my god, you would be the one, Kate.
I would be the fucking one. I would be like...
You'd be the one...
I gotta go.
You'd be the one right away. You'd be like, guys, it's not bricks, it's... sprinkles, and then you jump through
and then I dive through and explode sprinkles and fly away.
Do you think, though, that, like, okay, I hear you on this, because the way I looked at it was like, Mr. Miyagi's the creme de la creme expert. Yeah. Right? And then Danielson is like step one learning. Danielson. And so is it more that they know they could not believe there's bricks, but it takes them so long to get to that level to do it? And Morpheus is like, well, I could, but no one else could, so I have to like think of the others that are on level one.
Maybe.
Because that's how I understood it, is throughout the movie it was like, they're like, no one gets this jump on the first time.
It's like leveling up jump. Almost.
Yeah, like he has to
that's
practice.
True.
And then at the end, that's what makes it so cool, because it's like, ha, 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 bullets don't touch him. Oh, he touched it. And people are like, whoa, I've never seen anyone be that fast. Like, your mind is so advanced so quickly. Wow.
So bendable, as the little spoon kid said.
You sounded like Will Arnell right there.
Sorry.
Totally bendable.
Totally bendable. Oh my god. Well, they are getting attacked, and yes, the little mouse dude dies, or whatever his name was, and they're all like, no.
Ouch.
And then Agent Smith comes about, and Morpheus straight up tackles him. Football tackle. So then we lose Morpheus, because he's like, save Neo! Like, my life revolves around Neo! Hurry. And though they leave, and Ralph Cifaretto gets away, gets unplugged from the Matrix, and he immediately tries to kill the two guys that are not plugged in, and they're like brothers. Tank and Dozer, I want to say.
Which I was really thinking of Gozer from Ghostbusters, but I was like, no.
Oh.
Pretty messed up of Cypher. I gotta say, I'm like, okay, I get it. You hate your life and you're mad at Morpheus, but damn, to kill everybody? That's like...
That's too much. You gotta...
Well, they just kill Morpheus if you're so mad, you know?
But he couldn't kill Morpheus because he wanted to hand Morpheus over because Morpheus knows where Zion is. And that was the whole purpose.
Yeah.
They wanted to find out where Zion was. So this was Cyphus, his down... or Cyrus... What was his name? What was it?
Cypher.
Sorry, oh god, I wrote the wrong name like 8 times.
Well, and I think I said it wrong 8 times.
Ralph Cifaretto, this is when you know your villain is not going to succeed because he starts his monologue. And it's a dramatic monologue where he's like, Trinity, I thought I always loved you. But then I was depressed because I was ate oatmeal for 9 years in a row and everything's sad and wrong and we never get new clothes and I'm alone. And you're like, what?
Okay.
And then he just starts slowly unplugging all these people, which apparently kills them if you do it a certain way. So you're like, oh shit, everyone's dying. And the one guy who we thought was dead, Tank, I think it was, is like, I'm alive! And he kills Ralph Cifaretto. And you're like, thank God. Because we gotta hurry up. All right? You know, like, that's a lot of talking. We were in action, and then we're on the phone chatting. We gotta get back to action.
Well, and Cypher's a pretty good bad guy. I was like, oh, he just took out like 5 people.
He did.
Like Bing Bang Boom.
He did. He sure fucking did. He's a little bitch.
I mean, I was like, wow, you really want that steak, you know?
I did write a line, again, this is a Scary Movie 3 reference, I'm not sorry, that says, everyone around you is dying, even your dog's dead.
Oh my god, I don't even know that reference, but
you don't, but everyone around them was dying. So that's what happened. And yeah, so now it is only Trinity and Neo left, and they get unplugged, and they're like, I guess we're safe, but oh shit, Morpheus was captured. They don't kill Morpheus. They're like diving into his mind, and they're gonna take over his mind to find out all his info, and they're like, that's bad, but we can't do anything about it unless we go back in the Matrix. In the Matrix we go again. And you're like, I thought we just got out, but okay.
Well, because the Oracle kind of conundrum came to Neo when they're like, we have to kill Morpheus because he's going to share their secrets. And Neo's like, this is what the Oracle told me.
Yes.
I did hate the Trinity plot. She was like, I won't tell you. I won't tell you. And then at the end, she was like, I love you.
You know, her, in this movie, her relationship with him, it felt very fan fiction where you're like, oh, you guys knew each other for an hour and you're in love?
Yeah.
I love it in a fake story, but not in real life or anything.
Not in real life.
Yeah.
But now that he's like going back in, he's like, well, now I see the Jesus plot. Okay. He's like, I kind of am a believer because that's what also happens.
He has to
levels up his
believe
skill.
he can do it.
He's gotta believe. I mean, he could be Santa Claus, right? Like we did just get out of
seeing is believing. They do. Somebody says that at some point where they're like, you gotta see it to believe it. And I was like, Santa, oh god.
But they're so afraid of these agents. They're like, yo, these are like, you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. Like nobody beats an agent. That was kind of how it felt like. Mm-hmm. And thought it was pretty cool with Trinity. And Trinity's like, I'm not letting you go alone. I'm like, yeah, bitch, get after it.
She's like, I gotta put on my Alana Glazer Bitcoin outfit.
Oh my god.
I'm ready. And he's like, I got one too. Let's suit up. Here we
And
go.
then there was an America moment where they get into the Matrix and he's like, we need guns.
Oh, God.
And then an entire Walmart size row of guns shows up and they just pack bags and they just have guns. And you know, you're making me think, like, so guns kill people in the Matrix versus, like, software code, you know?
But the guns are code.
Yeah.
So technically it is software code killing them.
But they go in and just rip people to shreds. You're dead. You're dead.
Question.
You're dead.
Question.
You're gonna die.
Question.
You're gonna die. Oh, okay.
Questions.
Yes,
Back to
yes,
questions and plot holes. We learn if you die in the Matrix, you die in real life. Does that mean that Neo and Trinity murdered these innocent people?
Yes.
It does, right?
Or were they the viruses?
No, those were normal people who thought they were in, like, real life.
Agents. Who thought
they were not
agents.
agents. Those were people who's like, that guy's day job is a security guard, and that guy's job is a cop. Like they're dead. Like, those pod people are being flushed, right?
Yeah, they're flushed.
Okay. So, you know, if we're gonna get on, like, the ethics, I don't know.
I mean,
we're tipping the scale. I just don't know if Jesus would have done that, I suppose, is where I'm getting at. But anyway, moving on. So they do cool shit. And yeah, they rescue Morpheus. And Morpheus has, like, a Hulk moment where he's like handcuffed to a chair, but he sees this one true love Neo coming to get him, and he goes, It was amazing.
I thought it was awesome.
It was I loved it. I thought it was great.
They were, like, feeding him liquefied humans? Is that what they were doing?
I don't know. Is that what?
I don't know, but...
Was it from the dead people downstairs?
Maybe,
whose liquid was it? Oh, God.
I don't know. But then he sees the helicopter, which I thought was a very cool action scene.
Yeah.
Where they're just, like, outside of this giant office building. And that's when he, like, rips the handcuffs. And the agents know that someone's in the building, so they go in the other room, and he's got this one moment where you can just, like, run out of the window and jump onto the helicopter. And you're like...
And Neo grabs him by the hand, and they embrace, and it's cute.
And then you're like, whoa, this is awesome. Except they shoot the helicopter. The helicopter's about to go down. Morpheus gets saved. And then Neo pulls a Bruce Willis.
Die Hard reference! It is
Holy
so Die Hard.
Shit.
So Die Hard.
How cool is that?
Gotta grab the fire hose to save him on the edge of the building. Oh my God. Also at that moment, which I was like, the one guy, Tank, who is not in the Matrix, he's just, like, watching, I guess, the code. Neo saves Trinity like that. I also made a note that I said, I wish this was a Warner Brothers Six Flags helicopter stunt show, but I'll get over it. But after he saves Trinity, the one guy, Tank, goes, he is the one! And I was like, wait, why? Because he did Bruce Willis? What do you mean? Bruce Willis did that, though. Like, okay, fine.
You know, maybe there needs to be a Matrix prequel where they explain why someone is the one.
It's like, what's the qualifications? What boxes need to be ticked for it? I would like to know. But now we get to the cool shit, because Morpheus and Trinity get out of the Matrix, and Neo... What happens to Neo? He doesn't? How does he get stuck behind?
So they get to the phone booth and they're like, woo! They're in the subway. And they're like, woo,
the
I want.
subway.
And there's a little homeless person.
Yes.
There's an unhoused person just chilling on the floor. And then the agent takes over that body, shoots the phone after Trinity goes.
Yes.
So then there's no phone for Neo. And then it's the final fight scene.
Yes, which I liked the final fight scene. It was cool because there were parts where you're like, Neo's getting his ass kicked. And then there were parts where you're like, hell yeah, he avoided getting hit by a subway. And then he's, like, running, he's by himself. They, like, can't get back in the Matrix to help him, something. I don't know. But he gets, like, fucking shot, like, a lot. And you're like, whoa, it's the end of the movie. Like, is he dead? Like, is
Well,
this
and
the end?
it's the timing is that the sentient machines have
Oh my
discovered the
God.
ship
Yes.
at the same time.
Right.
So great buildup because
Oh,
you have
yeah.
the ship. They're going into the ship
It
and
was
they're
a
like,
climax.
they're inside. They're coming after us. And they have one weapon that is like it kind of cuts all the power.
It's like like electromagnetic pulse. But they couldn't
pulse,
do
yeah.
that if anyone was in the Matrix because that person would die. Which is
Which
why
is
they were
why-
like, we gotta get Neo out.
Oh my God. So then he gets shot. He dodges bullets. But then it gets so close that he gets shot. And he gets shot a lot. And then he's dead. But then this is your Jesus reference. Then he comes back from the dead because Trinity kisses him.
Yeah. Is a little Disney princess. But does that mean Neo's the princess? What does it mean? I don't know. I don't hate the role reversal, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not terrible.
And what happens is the agents are like, yippee-ki-yay, that's our day, moving back. And then he comes back to life, and everyone's like, what?
Hashtag he's the one!
And then the music's nuts, the bullets it doesn't matter what happens.
I love when
like
he
the
stops,
craziest kung
when
fu
he stops
scene.
the bullets, I'm like, oh, Magneto would be proud. That's a Magneto X-Men reference. Oh my God, I love it.
Keanu Reeves was the perfect cast.
When he does the karate with one arm, I was like, now you're just showing off. You can use both arms. Come on. But he's like, I am the one. And then does he explode Mr. Smith? Is that what I saw with my eyeballs?
He jumps into
Like-
Mr. Smith and viruses him and then, explodes
So
him.
he doesn't exist. Like, he defeated the virus.
I mean, technically, it's like he deleted some lines of code and it's gone.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Now, the critiques, Kate.
I gave them.
Roger you absolutely gave them. But
Sorry.
Roger Ebert said, so there's this the startup wins, the rebels win. Is the world saved? But what happens to all the humans being farmed and who's going to take care of them and what happens next? But instead the movie's like, Neo is the one. And then it ends.
Yep.
I thought, oh, okay. All right. My perspective on the movie is I didn't think too hard on all of this stuff, but loved the shit out of it. And was deeply, deeply afraid of our future and my participation in it. And I think if you do really think too hard, there's no way for this all to work. And I don't know how they would have ended it in a way that's like, now Zion won.
But that's what I'm saying, because you don't get Zion winning till the end of the third movie.
Wow.
Like, that's the end of that story.
So should I watch the next two? Is this my Lord of the Rings moment? Should I just go for it?
I mean, they're all on HBO, so maybe this is your moment.
Maybe I should.
I did not watch the reboot or whatever, the fourth one. That was the most recent one, but I've seen the second one. I have seen the third one. I feel like the second one is better than the third one, and that's all I got. So maybe you should.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Well, Bridge.
Holy cow.
Obviously, you'd watch, right?
Would you watch?
I would watch.
Okay.
I just, have critiques.
All right.
I'm also not one of those people that I think bows down a la Morpheus to the movie. I appreciate it, but I'm not like, it's the best thing that's ever fucking happened, because there are people like that, and I don't feel that way about this movie.
I mean, I do feel like it was groundbreaking, though.
Are you gonna start bowing to the altar of Neo?
No, I won't.
Are you sure? Because if Bridge, I swear to God, if I see you wearing those little bridge of the nose glasses and you're wearing trench coats, I will call the police.
What if the next time we get on Zoom, I'm just wearing little glasses? Would you die?
Yes.
In a leather outfit?
I would call Mose and be like, get her help, please. Hurry, call them now. Hurry up.
He's like, she's trying to hack Katie. She doesn't know how to download the software.
Keeps phone calling me saying she's Neo. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, jeez.
Well, hope we did it justice, Cody. I don't know.
Cody.
The question is, are we living in the Matrix? I say we're heading there. Katie says there's plot holes.
I think I say, if I am, I don't fucking care, because I like the taste of food.
You like
I don't
steak.
Know. I don't want to eat porridge all day,
Yeah, it's a Mice of Men reference.
I don't want Ralph
it.
Cifaretto cutting my hair. I don't want it. Okay? I just don't. So, there. Well, Bridge.
Wow. Oh.
It's my turn to pick the next movie.
Oh boy. Oof.
Oh god. Okay, so I have two in mind, so I need you to help me pick.
So is it the red pill or the blue?
This is the red pill or the blue pill. Yes, it is. We are going to do a little different of genres. So I'm going, sorry, not sorry. It's a new year, look new, not me. I'm going to the horror thriller category.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, it has, right? I don't even remember.
I
what
have
the last one was.
kind of not brought it up, and it's been a bit.
Okay.
I think because of Halloween, we were cooking, but we took a little breather. A holiday breather, if you will.
All right, so I'm giving you two choices of decades.
Okay, but they're both horror.
They're both horror thriller, yes.
Okay.
One's a little more horror than the other. But
right.
they're both, like, scary.
All right.
So one is from the 80s, and one is from the 90s. So which decade would you want?
Ooh, I think I want 80s.
Okay. They're both rated. They're also both rated R. Ooh, you picked the rough one, but this is a great one. No, I actually feel like you've probably never seen this, and you might be
don't
really.
Don't make it The Exorcist.
No,
it's
oh my god,
Exorcist.
ew, no.
Okay.
What do I look like?
Okay. I don't know.
This is from 1982. This is a movie that is rated R. This is a movie that has an extremely high rating, very highly regarded to this day. And I agree with a lot of those. And Bridge, it's a movie that takes place in Antarctica, which sounds safe, but we're not safe at fucking all. I feel like you've never seen this movie, but I'm gonna read the one sentence.
Fargo?
A research team in Antarctica is hunted by a shape-shifting alien that assumes the appearance of its victims. Our main actor is the forever and always, and I think he's hot, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, wow, he's hot. I still don't know the movie.
Oh. This is The Thing. Do you know anything about this movie?
No.
Oh God, Bridge. Okay.
What is it?
Let me preface. Well, I read the one sentence.
What? So it's like Alien?
Maybe, but it shapeshifts. Honestly, it's a little body horror. It's a little, like, suspicious. Like, who's an alien? We don't know, because the alien looks like a normal person. And we're all isolated in Antarctica, and it's cold and scary. And there's only a couple of us, because we're a research team. And, it's good. And the tagline is, man is the warmest place to hide. Get the fuck out with that. Watch this with the lights on, please.
Okay, I just quickly Googled The Thing, and I'm looking at pictures, and I'm afraid.
It's scary. Watch it with the lights on.
Now, when you say it's scary, is it jump scary?
Some parts.
Okay, that's what really gets me. Okay. I usually need to have some carrots, some celery,
get some
crunchies.
Get some crunchies.
Yeah.
Our director is also John Carpenter, who we had with Halloween, Master of Horror. We love to see him. So he knows his shit, okay? But luckily we get to look at Kurt Russell with a hot beard all movie.
What made you think of this? Like, how did you even
Because
think
it's
of this
cold.
one?
It's cold. It's winter.
Okay.
So I was like, we need a horror movie that's in winter.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, God. Okay. Because we used to do, like, The Shining during this time.
Yeah, which is cold.
Okay.
That's cold.
Okay.
There's snow. I don't know.
I'm ready. I don't know what I'm in for, but I'm afraid and I'm ready.
Okay. Well, we'll be scared together.
My heart's already like pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
Watch it in the daytime. Not with Kate. Okay. Jesus, no. Don't give her first Exorcist moment.
No, I won't.
Not her first trauma. Not before 2. Oh, God. Well, Bridge.
Kate.
I just gotta say.
Okay, what?
Okay. You know, my mind, it's going to, like, if we were tricked by Morpheus into leaving the Matrix and we really want a pasta, I would sneak us back in to, like, an A-list restaurant and just hope the agents don't get us. I don't know.
Okay, that's our movie.
Okay.
We end up being part of the Zion
We're
team,
like,
but we sneak away for like luxury.
Where's the pasta?
Like we go to Bora Bora. We go to get pasta. We go to like get the best pizza in New York.
We do the most random
bagel.
shit that Agent Smith is like, I'm confused. I can't.
Like,
I can't keep up with them.
We don't need to worry about those two
Like, where are
idiots. Oh my god, I love it.
Yep.
Well, Kate,
Bridge.
if I don't know where to go from this, but I want to somehow support your prank phone calling and like just get a voice changer so that you could be actual Morpheus to whoever you want, and then all those people you get mad at that worship him, you can prank call them just so to make you happy.
Neo,
Does that help?
It's Morpheus. The Matrix is real. Send $20 to Katie at sisterswhoseenit@gmail.com.
It's for coffee.
It's to get out of the Matrix. It's not a Ponzi scheme. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, listeners, if you also would miss food choices if you left the Matrix, I can't get past it. I can't get past it. No wine? Get out of here. Get the fuck away. And if you think that, on the other hand, it would be cool to be able to just fly around like a bird a la Neo in the last scene of the movie.
That was a cool superhero moment.
Little
I forgot about that.
Flying around. And if you think that the machines will take over, our civilization will nuke the planet and everything will be ruined, and I don't know,
but Bridget,
it's just whatever.
If you're with me and Katie, since I trained the machines how to take over us, I could tell what food to go after based on
She'll be like,
testing.
do you remember me? I made you. Anyway, here's what I need on my grocery list.
I'd like a strawberry daiquiri to the ship. Thank you so much.
If you think all that, you should write us a review.
Woo!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So this movie, The Matrix, was recommended by Cody. Cody went on the website, filled out the form. The movie went on a list. We looked at the list, and we did the thing on the list eventually.
Hey!
And that could be you, listeners. All right?
It
So
could.
get your recommendations on there. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
Give us money.
Woo.
Katie will respond back with a Morpheus voice note.
I'll do my best.
With whatever you want her to say. There's also
Sure.
merchandise.
Woo!
You could buy merchandise. Whatever you want. We keep adding. I've been a little slow, but I'll add whatever you want. Just tell us and we'll do it. We love you.
Yes. Please do that. I want to do Morpheus voice now. So, now I'm ready. Yes. So check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for The Thing. I'm going to need some crunchy snacks. This one gets me. I don't like, it's got some body horror, as they say. That always gets me. Oof.
I don't know what it means.
Oh, it's where like your body is not what your body should look like, and it's bad. And I don't like it. Okay.
Okay, guys. We're in the Matrix. See you later. Good luck.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.